continuing with chapter 3 human body circulatory system, and we are discussing the third component of the circulatory system, that is blood. Now students, you can see this blood is a red vascular soft connective tissue. Now these are some characteristics of the blood. This is slightly alkaline in nature. Blood, you all know that blood is present in our body, and blood plays a major role in transport of different substances, like it helps in transport of nutrients from small intestine to different parts. Also it helps in transport of waste materials. And the major function is, you all know that the blood, it contains a pigment which is known as hemoglobin, and that hemoglobin, it has high affinity for oxygen, means it binds with oxygen and it takes oxygen to different parts of the body. Now students, see, this is the third component of the circulatory system. Now this third component, that is blood, it is formed of two parts. One is plasma and other is the blood cells. One by one we are going to discuss this. Plasma, it is slightly or pale or straw colored fluid which is present in the body. This plasma, what it consists of? It consists of water, almost 90 to 92%, inorganic salts, approximately 1 to 2%, plasma proteins, approximately 6 to 8%, and organic compounds, approximately 1 to 2%. Now the second component which we are going to discuss is blood corpuscles. Now students, blood corpuscles or blood cells, you can see I have made a table here. So this table, it will make you learn these different types of cells easy. You can see blood corpuscles or blood cells, they are of three types. First is red blood cells or erythrocytes. Second is white blood cells or leukocytes, and the third one is blood platelets or thrombocytes. Students, go through these points very carefully. These are very important points. That's why I have made this point wise. It will be easy for you. Now first we are going to discuss red blood cells or erythrocytes. Now students, see, these red blood cells, they are small in size, somewhat round and biconcave. Nucleus is absent. You can see they are 7 to 8 micron meter in diameter. Now this is their number. This is 4.7 to 6.1 million cells per microliter for man. This range is for child. This range is for females. Now you can see the lifespan, it is 115 to 120 days. After this, new red blood cells or erythrocytes are generated. Now see, these red blood cells, they are formed in bone marrow. Whenever there is low count of red blood cell, it leads to anemia. So whenever the red blood cells, the number of red blood cells, they decreases, a human suffers from a disease which is known as anemia. Now see, in case of increase in number of red blood cells, a condition comes which is known as polycythemia. Now you all know the color of the blood or these red blood cells are red due to presence of hemoglobin. Now hemoglobin, it helps in transport of oxygen, and hemoglobin helps in maintaining pH of blood. Now students, second component or second type of blood corpuscle is WBC, that is white blood cells or leukocytes. So students, in comparison to red blood cells, these white blood cells are less in number, and you all know that white blood cells, they are known as soldiers of the body because they protect us from infection. Now students, see, these white blood cells, they are rounded in shape or they are amoeboid in shape. Amoeba, you all know that amoeba, it does not have a fixed shape. That's why white blood cells, they have also amoeboid shape because the shape is not fixed. So as compared to RBCs, nucleus is present in these cells. Now they have it bigger, these are bigger in size, and they have 8 to 15 micron meter in diameter. Now you can see in a healthy person it ranges from 5000 to 10,000 per cubic millimeter of whole blood. Their lifespan is 13 to 20 days. Again, they are formed in bone marrow. Now whenever there is low count or there is decrease in the number of white blood cells, it leads to a disease which is known as leukopenia, or it leads to a condition which is known as leukopenia. When the count of the white blood cell is more, it leads to a condition which is known as leukocytosis. Now students, see, on the basis of presence of granules, these white blood cells, they are divided into two categories. First is granulocytes and the second is agranulocytes. These granulocytes, they are subdivided into neutrophil, eosinophil and basophil. And the second type, agranulocytes, they are divided into monocytes and lymphocytes. Now students, already I have told you what is the importance of this WBC. These WBCs, they protect our body from different germs, from different pathogens. And WBCs are also known as soldiers of the body. Now students, third type of blood cell is blood platelets. You can see these blood platelets, these are smallest sized cells. Among these two, they are the smallest. You can see their size 2 to 3 micrometer. These are colorless, oval shaped. Non-nucleated means nucleus is not present. So this is their number 2.5 to 3.5 into 10 raised to power 5 per cubic mm of blood. Lifespan is almost 7 days, that is 1 week. Now, whenever there is decrease in the number of blood platelets, a condition comes which is known as thrombocytopenia. When there is increase in the number of platelets, a situation comes which is known as thrombocytosis. Now students, see why this blood platelet is important. Because blood platelets, it helps in clotting of blood. Now students, just imagine if you have cut or if you have some accident and the blood continuously flows out from your body, what will happen? Ultimately we are going to die, because if there is continuous flow of blood outside, then there will be no blood inside the body. And what will happen? The different cells, different parts, they are not going to get oxygen. So if platelets are not there, clotting will not be there. Now this clot, what it does, this clot, it prevents the outflow of blood. So you have seen whenever there is cut in any place, you can see there is thick clot is there, and when the clot is formed, you can see the blood, it does not comes out. So platelets play a major role in clotting of blood, which is very important. Now students, see, Now what are the functions of blood? Again you can see they helps in transport of nutrients, blood helps in transport of waste products, and blood helps in transport of oxygen. So for today your homework is you have to learn difference between RBCs, WBCs and platelets. Also you have to learn difference between artery and vein, and you have to practice the diagram of human heart. Thank you.